Hello everyone, welcome to Rasayan Academy, and guys, this is our third video in the series of name reactions, and today we are going to talk about Birch reduction. So as always, what we are going to do is, first of all, we are going to see a little bit of what is Birch reduction, and since I hope all of you must already know, must already have studied this reaction once in a while, and we are going to focus more on the previous year question, right? What kinds of question are getting asked, and the potential question again, okay, and the potential question which can be asked, okay, in the upcoming CSIR net or GATE exam. Okay, so let's, without any delay, let's begin this session. Okay, so we are going to talk about the Birch reduction, and the Birch reduction basically is dissolving metal reduction, where we are taking any let's say alkali metal, lithium, it can be sodium, it can be potassium, in liquid ammonia. We are dissolving this in liquid ammonia, and it is going to furnish electrons. You already know, you have already studied in the S block element what happens when we are dissolving the alkali metals in the liquid ammonia. It is going to furnish electrons which are basically surrounded by ammonia. The solution is blue color, and on standing it turns on bronze color, and it is highly reducing in nature. Okay, right, so exactly the same thing we are taking over here in the Birch reduction. So it is the 1,4 reduction of a triple bond or a substituted benzene, and even heterocyclic rings. So a lot of questions are getting asked on heterocyclic rings and substituted benzene. So we are going to see an example of each of them in today's video. So let me just quickly tell you about one thing, that whenever, guys, let's just classify all of these example into three. Okay, separately we are going to do the heterocyclic rings, but for these simple systems, let us classify like this, that if I am having a electron withdrawing group on my benzene, right, what is the electron withdrawing group going to do? It is definitely going to take this electron. The electron is coming from lithium, so I'm just writing it like this. The electron is going to be taken up at this carbon, and the anion is going to be made closer to the electron withdrawing group. So the electron withdrawing group can be aldehyde, it can be nitro, it can be COOH, it can be ester, and so on. Okay, right, so it is going to reduce the one having electron withdrawing group like this, in this manner, 1,4 reduction. Why is it always 1,4? Because we need to keep the radical and the negative charge as far apart as possible, because basically there are electrons, so they are going to repel each other. That's why we have to keep them farthest apart as possible. Okay, now let's move onward to electron donating group. Now the electron donating group does not want the electrons getting close to it, right? So if we are having benzene, and let's say electron withdrawing group is our OH or OMe, or let's say any other electron donating group, right? So what do we see? The electron is going to be transferred from a single headed arrow is usually used for this, an arrow like this, single headed arrow, this one. Okay, right, so it is going to be transferred away from the electron donating group, and such that the negative charge is also not falling on the carbon close to the electron donating group like this. Okay, it must be somewhere on the ortho position. Let's say this is our minus over here, let's say this is a bond, and this is a electron over here, right? So again they have to be on the 1,4 position. Now let me quickly write what happens for a alkyne system. Now this is our carbon-carbon triple bond, and let's say one electron is getting transferred from a lithium. Now we are going to get this type of an alkene. Why? Again, because we want to keep them as far apart as possible, and trans geometry is best for that. Okay, so whenever you reduce a triple bond via Birch reduction, you are going to get a trans alkene, always a trans alkene. Okay, right, let's now quickly go on to the application. Now here is the potential question that I am talking about, that this could be, or let's say some questions like this could be a potential question in the upcoming exam. Alright, so what do we see over here? First of all, you have to understand before moving onwards that if we want to reduce furan, let's say this is furan, heterocyclic compound. If you want to reduce furan, then oxygen is already having electron density, which is already, you know, giving electron density in the system to make it aromatic. So definitely the electron which is transferred will not be on oxygen. So where it will be? It will be on, let's say, this carbon. And definitely the electron density is going to move away, and this is our radical anion that we are going to generate when we are doing the Birch reduction in furan, in pyrrole, in thiophene, all the 5-membered rings, right? They have to be far apart as possible. So this is the possibility that we are going to see. Now guys, if I give you, let's say I'm giving you any electrophile, so the electrophile will definitely be attacked by the negative electron density, and we can get something like this. Yes, now this is radical. It is going to take one more electron from lithium. It's going to become something like this, a negative ion, and again it can take up a hydrogen or it can take up another electrophile. So what are we going to talk about in this question is exactly the same thing, just with an extra addition of stereochemistry. The stereochemistry has also got to be focused over here. Let's look at this closely. So we are taking sodium and liquid ammonia, exactly the same thing we get for Birch reduction. So let's transfer one electron onto this carbon, and it's going to form a diradical like this. Okay, it's going to form a radical anion like this one, right? And why is it going in this direction? Why not the opposite one? Why are we not transferring an electron over here and, you know, it's going to go the negative charge going over here? Because the anion which has formed over here is closer to the electron withdrawing group, which is going to be stabilized by resonance. The other important thing that we have to focus over here is the alright, there is a CH2 over here, right? CH2 over here, and this is above the plane. Okay, so we can say that if we want to add one group you know, to our molecule, let's say in the other step, as you see, methyl iodide is getting added. Okay, so methyl iodide, when it is getting added, it is going to give us this electrophile of methyl, the negative charge in attack over methyl. What are we going to get? We are going to get something like this. This is our radical. There is a double bond over here, nitrogen. There is already a methyl group, right? Just a second. So this is going to be OMe, right? And there is another bond OMe over here as well. Okay, so what do you see? We see that now the methyl is going to be added over here on this carbon, but it is going to be added below the plane. Okay, since the closer carbon, this carbon is a little bit closer, okay, and it is influencing the stereochemistry. Now you might ask that, ma'am, here also this carbon is closer, so you know, you can expect this carbon to also influence and it can go above the plane. No, it does not happen like that, because this is an amide linkage. Okay, if you want to rotate this bond, let's say you want to rotate from this bond, the methoxy group, or let's say the CH2OMe, is going to come above the plane. Okay, after rotation it comes above the plane also. So basically the stereochemistry at this carbon is going to be below the plane, influenced by the group present which is closer to it. Okay, and it is always above the plane. Even if you are doing rotation, it comes over here, goes above the plane. So this is our intermediate, and it's going to lead to the product when one more electron is being taken up, and it's going to form an anion, and then we are going to provide the alcohol or the, let's say, ammonia. It's going to take one proton from ammonia or some kind of alcohol if it is provided, and the final product is going to be something like this. So I hope that we have understood that what are the types of questions which could be asked for Birch reduction, and if you did, then definitely try to practice more questions on Birch reduction. Definitely you are going to get a lot of good stuff. Alright, Here it's going to be CH2 OMe, which I again missed. All right. Yes, so this is our methyl over here. Very well. So this is our final product which we are going to form from the Birch reduction of this molecule. Okay, try and do it by yourself as well. Now we have another very important question which was asked in June 2013, back a very long, but still it is important. Okay, so if you want to do Birch reduction in this question, again see, lithium and liquid ammonia, here we do have a alcohol, and that alcohol can provide a proton. Okay, now first thing first, we are having an alcohol, and the second step is the hydrolysis, acid hydrolysis. So whose hydrolysis is taking place? Let's see that. So guys, we talked about this, that whenever you are having electron donating, now this is electron donating group. Okay, and both of the alkyl groups over here are also counted as electron donating group. They also don't want the negative charge to be by themselves, so the electron cannot be transferred over here, it cannot be transferred over here as well as here. These three positions are gone. If the electron transfers here, then by resonance the negative charge falls on this carbon. So what we are going to do is, we are going to make the electron either attack on this carbon, so that by resonance the negative charge is over here, or it attacks over this carbon like this and the negative charge falls over here. So let's write what is the major possibility. This is our major possibility that we have, radical anion. Okay, and now it's going to take up a proton from the butanol which is present, and one more electron will be transferred by ammonia. Let's say there are two hydrogens, reduction has already taken place, and this is a double bond, and this was a radical. So lithium is going to provide one more electron, it is going to become a negative charge. The negative charge is again going to take a proton from the butanol, tertiary butanol, and I'm just writing the final products after two step. After two step, we see that the reduction has taken place over these two carbons because of the presence of electron donating group. Okay, now what is the second step? The second step is acid hydrolysis. It is acid hydrolysis. So whose hydrolysis are we going to do? This one, this is our vinylic ether, guys. What does a vinylic ether look like? This is our vinylic ether. There is one vinyl carbon and the other one is methyl. So what are you going to get when you do the hydrolysis of vinylic ether? You get an alcohol, vinyl alcohol. And if you do the hydrolysis of this molecule, you are going to get something like this. It is OH, a double bond and a double bond over here. This is what we get. Now you must be able to recognize that this is enol form. Okay, and it might also tautomerize to the keto form, right? It might tautomerize to the keto form. Now this is a alpha beta gamma. So this is a beta gamma unsaturated carbonyl, but in the question it is given only alpha beta. So let me also tell you, in the presence of an acid, okay, whenever there is an acid, what you can do is you can simply write isomerization step like this. Okay, so water is going to take up the acidic proton. This is a alpha proton, it is acidic. Okay, and the isomerization is faster in the presence of acid. So this is finally going to give you this product, which is the alpha beta unsaturated ketone like this, and this step over here is the isomerization step, right? It is isomerization step. Answer is option number 4. I hope that this was clear. We are going to move on to another question from June 2018, equally important, and here is an example of heterocyclic compound. Okay, now let me tell you one thing, that when you are making the Birch reduction to pyridine, so guys, we know that in pyridine already the nitrogen is going to work as an electron withdrawing group, right? So the electron which is transferred, let's say on the 4th carbon, would be really good. Why? Because it is actually bringing the negative charge onto the nitrogen, right? So this is going to be a good intermediate, a stable intermediate, and finally it is going to give reduction like this. it's going to give reduction like this to pyridine. Now what about indole? This is a different system. It has two fused ring. One of the ring is benzene, the other ring is the pyrrole ring. Now you have to identify which ring is more electron deficient. The more electron deficient ring is going to accept the electron density from the from this system. So definitely the 5-membered ring is more electron rich, the 6-membered ring is electron deficient. Why? Because there is a nitrogen which can actually make this ring electron rich. So what we are going to do is we are now going to transfer the electron away from the pyrrole ring. Okay, just like this we are going to transfer the electron away from the pyrrole ring into the benzene ring, and this is what you have. The aromaticity of the pyrrole ring is intact, no issues at all. It is going to be like this. It's going to take up a proton from the methanol which is present. Okay, and one more electron can be transferred by liquid lithium in liquid ammonia, and then again the same step. So I'm just writing the final product, which is going to be something like this. Okay, just writing the final product, guys, because Birch reduction itself is very easy, right? This is our answer. There is a double bond over here as well. Okay, so the answer is option number 4 for this question. But let's say we don't have pyrrole, let's say we don't have indole, we have quinoline like this. Then what are you going to do? And this is also a previous year question. Birch reduction of quinoline is also a previous year question. Okay, so what are you going to choose? Which ring is going to get the reduction first? So in the benzene and in the pyridine ring, if you select, definitely the pyridine ring is more electron deficient. So the electron is going to be transferred right over here, and this is how it is going to be. That's why I showed you the pyridine ring first. Okay, so now the reduction is going to happen this way. This is going to be our diradical. Okay, let's say this is a negative charge over here and this is our radical over here. Okay, this is going to be the diradical, and finally after all of these steps you are going to get this kind of reduction in quinoline. So I hope that you will be able to draw the mechanisms and draw the products by yourself. This is very important, the Birch reduction. Okay, now let's also try and solve one more question. So I hope, guys, you will stop the video, do it by yourself, and then check it. The major product of the following reaction is over here. So what do we have? We have a benzene ring, along with that we have a alkyne double bond. So we already know that Birch reduction is going to give you a transalkene from a triple bond. So these two options B and D are having cis alkene. Just cross it off. Okay, we are going to have a transalkene. Now what about the selection in benzene? So we have electron withdrawing group, and why does the electron withdrawing group take the electron closer to it? So I'm not writing the R group. Let's say this is R. Okay, so if the electron is transferred like this, one electron, half arrow, it's going to make this kind of a 1,4. Alright, so sorry, this is going to be a radical over here. The negative charge is going to come close to the acid like this. Why? Because definitely it can take part into resonance and it can form the anion over here, right? So that is why the reduction, Birch reduction, having an electron withdrawing group in benzene is going to be in this manner and not in this manner. Okay, this is wrong. Definitely the reduction takes place over here. I hope that after all of this discussion you will be able to write the mechanism by yourself. And here we are getting the transalkene. Why the transalkene? Because we have already discussed this. Electron is provided on this carbon, and the stability of the radical anion is much more in the trans form as compared to the cis form. So definitely A is our correct answer over here. Let's now move to a practice question. Okay, I just found out this question and it is really important. The most suitable reagent for the following transformation. Okay, so this is it's having four options, and this is a question basically on reagents. So when we are taking lithium aluminium hydride at higher temperatures, it is going to reduce both of the double bond as well as the carbonyl group. Okay, but at very low temperature it is going to give 1,2 reduction. Okay, but definitely it is not going to reduce the double bond and not reduce the carbonyl. It is used for carbonyl reduction majorly. Okay, right, so here the carbonyl reduction is going to happen by hydride transfer. Okay, very well. What about this one, option number B? So I hope that just by looking at the reagent you know that this is Wolff-Kishner reduction. It is Wolff-Kishner reduction. Alright, which means that if we are taking a carbonyl group like this, okay, it is going to give us reduction. Okay, if we are simply taking the ketone group, okay, if we are simply taking ketone in the Wolff-Kishner reduction, it is going to give us an alkane. Okay, but this is alpha beta unsaturated ketone, we are going to get this product. This is the product that we are going to get. Isomerized reduction is going to happen. Okay, right, Wolff-Kishner reduction, definitely not this option. What about option number C? This reagent, if you see, it is used in the Luche reduction. And what is Luche reduction, guys? I'm going to make a video on it, don't worry. Alright, so Luche reduction is when we are reducing the 1,2 carbonyl only, 1,2 reduction. Okay, the hydride the hydride from NaBH4 is directly transferred to this carbon, and definitely the reduction on the carbonyl takes place, not on the double bond. So all of these options are wrong. Yes, and the option number 4 is correct. We are going to do Birch reduction over here. It's going to be Birch reduction just to reduce the double bond in a alpha beta unsaturated ketone and not the carbonyl. Okay, right, so it goes like this, that our lithium in liquid ammonia is going to transfer an electron to this bond, to this carbon over here. Bonds are going to move like this. It forms an enolate, and when the enolate forms opens up back, it's going to take up a proton from either the alcohol or ammonia, whichever is available. Okay, now here is our hydrogen over here, and this radical can take one more electron from lithium, become an anion, take a proton, and finally we are going to get this ketone over here after tautomerism. So you can do the tautomerism before also, or you can do it at the end also. We are still going to only get the ketone, and the double bond is reduced via Birch reduction. This is another very important application of Birch reduction. Alright guys, so I hope that this was a lot of stuff to study about Birch reduction, a lot of application, PYQs, and a lot of stuff for you to practice. So guys, if you want, you can follow me on Unacademy, because I provide a lot of content, lot of free classes as well. So if you are interested, definitely come up for the free special class. We call them the special class over there. Okay, and yes, also join the Telegram group. And guys, if you are liking my content, I am teaching a lot of basically complete organic, most of the inorganic, and little bit portion of the physical I'll take from the new session. So you can join me on the Unacademy Plus, and the code is Jagriti S, which is going to give you a 10% discount. So you are going to find the the link of both the Telegram group as well as my Unacademy profile in the description box below. So you can just find it over there. And if you like the video, thank you so much guys, and definitely give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends if you like, and definitely subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, and I'm going to see you really soon in another video. Thank you guys.